Ladies and gentlemen, today we're not talking about money. No, today we're talking about mentality. Because the difference between the rich and the poor, it's not just in the pockets, it's in the mind. See, poverty is not just a condition. Sometimes it's a mindset. And wealth is not just a number, it's a vision. Poor mentality says, I can't afford it. The rich mentality asks, how can I afford it? The poor mentality waits for opportunity. The rich mentality creates it. Understand this. The battlefield of success is not in your bank account, it's in your belief system. If you think small, you live small. If you think temporary, you live temporary. But if you dare to think beyond your limits, you break the very chains that held you back. Now, let me be clear. Being rich is not just about money. It's about time, freedom, faith, and purpose. A rich mentality invests while a poor mentality spends. A rich mentality learns while a poor mentality complains. One says, it's possible. The other says, it's impossible. Here's the truth. Circumstances can shape you, but they don't have to define you. You may have been born in lack, but you don't have to stay there. Shift your mindset, and you shift your destiny. So I challenge you, stop thinking in terms of limitation. Start thinking in terms of creation. Don't just dream about wealth, live with a wealthy spirit. Don't just chase money, chase growth, chase service, chase greatness. Because at the end of the day, rich versus poor isn't just about what you have, it's about what you believe. When you change what you believe, you change what you receive. Wealth and poverty are first mentalities, not conditions. Because before a man holds riches in his hand, he carries wealth in his mind. Before someone feels the weight of lack in their pocket, they already felt it in their thinking. You can place two people in the same circumstance, give them the same tools, the same chance, and yet their results will be worlds apart. Why? Because one sees limitation, the other sees possibility. One says, this is all I'll ever have. The other says, this is only where I start. Wealth begins in vision. Poverty begins in belief. Poor mentality asks, can I? While rich mentality asks, how can I? That one small difference in language opens to completely different doors. Can I? It already assumes defeat. It places doubt before the journey even begins. It's a question rooted in limitation, as if permission must be granted before action can be taken. But how can I? Carries possibility. It assumes the goal is already within reach. It shifts the focus from doubt to strategy, from hesitation to movement. One mindset looks for reasons to stop. The other looks for ways to start. That's the true separation. Circumstances shape you, but they do not define you. The storms you face may bend you, but they cannot break who you truly are. The trials you endure may leave scars, but they do not write your destiny. Life will test you, stretch you, and sometimes even shake you to your core. But remember, your environment is not your identity. You are more than the hardships that surround you. You are greater than the setbacks that tried to hold you down. Circumstances may mold your character, but only you decide your future. Only you decide your name. Spending versus investing. The mindset difference. Spending says, I want satisfaction now. Investing says, I want growth tomorrow. Spending consumes, it takes resources and leaves nothing behind. Investing multiplies. It plants seeds that return with increase. Spending looks at price. Investing looks at value. Spending drains energy, time, and money without direction. Investing channels energy, time, and money into purpose. The poor mentality asks, what will this cost me? What? The rich mentality asks, what will this build for me? One lives for the moment. The other lives for the future. Learning versus complaining. Growth is a choice. Complaining focuses on problems while learning searches for solutions. Complaining drains energy, but learning builds strength. When you complain, you repeat the same story of limitation. When you learn, you write a new story of possibility. Complaining keeps you stuck in the same place, year after year. Learning moves you forward, step by step, lesson by lesson. Complaining asks, why me? Learning asks, what can this teach me? One closes the door to progress. The other opens the door to transformation. Growth has always been a choice. Small thinking produces small living. When the vision is limited, the life that follows becomes limited too. If your dreams are small, your actions will be small, and your results will be smaller still. A cage built in the mind will always keep the body trapped. Small thinking says, this is enough. Great thinking says, there must be more. Small thinking settles for survival. Big thinking reaches for significance. When you shrink your thoughts, you shrink your opportunities. But when you expand your thoughts, you expand your world. Living begins where small thinking ends. Change your beliefs, and your reality will change with them. The world you see is filtered through the lens of what you believe. If you believe you are limited, life will show you limits. If you believe you are capable, life will open doors you never imagined. Your mind sets the boundaries for your future. Change the story you tell yourself, and the path before you shifts. Beliefs are not just thoughts. They are instructions to your destiny. When you raise your beliefs, you raise your standards. And when your standards rise, your life follows. So I leave you with this truth: rich or poor, the greatest wealth or the deepest poverty, it all begins in the mind. Shift your thinking, and you shift your living. Refuse to be chained by doubt, by fear, by smallness. Choose vision, choose growth, choose abundance. Because the difference between who you are and who you could become is the mindset you carry every single day. Change the way you think, and you will change the way you live. And that, my friends, is the real eye-opener.